Okay, so now we're going to be putting the Facebook pixel onto your landing pages, your thank you page, and your privacy policy. So on all your funnel. That way, Facebook can keep track of anyone that's been to visit those pages and can retarget them accordingly or build a lookalike audience and all this powerful stuff. So putting the Facebook pixel on and putting it on correctly is really important. So what we're going to do is go to Facebook. Now, if you've never created a Facebook ad before, you're going to have to go through the process of creating one and create your ad account. So if you just click on the little downward arrow here and say create ads. So if you've never created an ad before, this is where you would get sent off to go through that process and set up an ad account. Now, just something to note here, guys, is you are going to want to set it up in the correct currency. So what I see a lot for people in Australia in particular, they end up having a US account, which is not good because you can't move it back and you're paying your bills in US dollars. All right, so just make sure you set up your currency for the currency that you want, because that is something that you cannot change. Now, most of you probably would be using just a normal ad account. Then there's Business Manager as well. Okay, so to get your Facebook pixel, we're just going to be grabbing the pixel now, we're going to go over here to what's called the hamburger bar. How is that for a crazy name? These three lines, we're going to click on them and you'll see pixels. Now, if you don't see pixels here for any reason, just go down to all tools and this will all pop up across here and you'll see pixels over here. That's all right, I'm leaving the page. Okay, so we end up on this page and then we're going to click on details. And that's telling us a bit of what's going on. This is an account I don't use, so hopefully no one will steal anything. Set up. Not that it really matters because you can always see people's pixel numbers in with their pixel code helper, which I'll show you about later on. Okay, so now we're going to copy and paste the code. Okay, now I always recommend emailing the instructions to yourself. That way you've got this code right there in your inbox. You don't need to come into Facebook, jump all through all these hoops to come back and get the pixel if you ever need it at any time. So this is the base pixel, all right? This needs to go on every web asset that you own. Wherever you can put your base pixel, put it on there. Okay, that will build up an audience of anyone that's visited your website. Now, if you've got multiple websites that are for different target audiences, then don't put the same pixel on, if you're targeting different audiences, because it will get muddy, all right? But generally, if you've got one website, it's targeting everybody, put that pixel everywhere and be capturing that audience. So we want to copy the code to the clipboard. So we'll just click on the little plus button and it's copied. Now what we're going to do is head over to Clickfunnels, okay, and we'll actually come back a step to be at our whole funnel overview. Now we'll click on Settings, and here in this head tracking code, this is where we're going to install the Facebook pixel. So see, it's an annoying little box, that's what it is. But you can see here, this script has been installed there, okay? So we'll go down and click Save. So now that is tracking the pixel across all of my pages. So how do I know? Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to click on it, highlight, and I'm going to open up, oops, here, I've got it already open, and I'll just refresh it. So now this little tool here is the Google Pixel Helper, and I'll tell you a bit about that in our Facebook section. And what that does, it's just a Chrome extension. You can install it and it will tell you if your pixel's firing, which it is. There's the pixel and it's just the base the base pixel. All right, so it will automatically say page view and microdata. That's what all pages will say. So with our other pages here, this thank you page, okay, I'm going to copy this and put this in this URL now. And we'll see that it's on there as well. Okay. Now, on our thank you page though, this is where we're going to install a standard event code, which is the lead standard event. So therefore, that's going to track people when they've opted in. And as you go down the track with Facebook, you'll see that there's standard events, and when you're creating your ads, you might want to optimize them for leads. So Facebook will go out and find people who are more like the people who have opted in, the people who have fired that lead pixel. Facebook will go out and find more people like that to come and opt into your offer. Okay, so on the thank you page, we want to install the Facebook lead standard event. So what we do is we'll go back to Facebook. Okay, so here's the code where we were before, and down here where it says install event code. So we have these standard events, right? And like I was saying, lead. This is the lead standard event. So we're going to copy that. And we're going to go back here to our Clickfunnels page. And on the thank you page, we're going to put this lead standard event. Now we're going to settings, and we're going to go to tracking code. And the Facebook pixel always goes in the header, okay? So it says header code here. If I click here, that's the footer. Over here, header. Okay, now I'm going to paste it in. Now you see, this is a bit of a funny thing that Facebook's done, is that they've put in values, all right? So if you wanted to create, there's a whole another advanced information here, but if you were to get a lead and they were buying something, then you would know, you would put the value in. So if they were purchasing something on your website that was $10, then you put the value in. So it seems like Facebook is defaulting to put this in. This is not information that you need at all. So what we're going to do is you can actually like delete, let's see, up to, this is where you have to be very precise with it all, okay? So we would take it out after lead down to here, and then we would just leave this other bracket in. Okay, that's one option. You can take it out completely. You just leave that last, whatever that bracket is, the straight curvy one, because you can see it's here just after the FBQ, okay? Or easy option is to just take out the one so that it's not tracking any amount. All right, so easy option, or you delete this little section here, going from just after the lead, just up to that other one. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll press save. So remember back here on our thank you page before, we only had the 2 pixels. Now that I've installed the lead standard event, let's refresh this page and make sure that it's going to trigger the lead pixel. Now if it comes up with a black page, I've broken something. There we go. There's the lead event firing. Okay, and see it's saying value because I've changed it to 0. Okay, now it does say USD, which again, if you're in Australia, I just mentioned earlier about making sure you got the right currency, doesn't really matter in this, in that you can delete it all completely, or you could put in just AUD and change it over if you like. But as long as you just take out the 1 and change it to 0, then you are all set. So that's what you need to do for the pixel. Okay, on your thank you page, you need to install it here in your tracking code in the header code. All right. And then to install that big long base pixel, site-wide, that is where you will actually come up here to settings, okay, and install it here. And then you go all the way down to the bottom and save. So installing the base pixel here once, and then the lead standard event just here on the thank you page. And that is the Facebook pixel installed, ready to go on your lead magnet funnel. That is much more further than so many other people out there. So well done to you.